Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. And in this video we're not going to be talking about Lego. Nope, we're not going to be talking about Minecraft, but Codebreaker, the classic code breaking game. Anyways, this is Codebreaker. We have about 150 of these tiny pegs here, and then we have about 100 of these small pegs. And today I'm going to be teaching you how to play this game. First of all, there's going to be two different colors other than black and white. So for me it is green and blue, red and blue. So you can put red and blue here. So this is where the small pegs go. This is where we start. We start at 30. Both of the characters start at 30. And then there's lots of rounds in this game. But the thing is, there is a code breaker and a code maker. So today I'm gonna be both the code maker and the code breaker, and I'm gonna teach you how to play the game. So if you're the code breaker, the code maker would have put a code here. So for example, I'm gonna put a random code here. I'm gonna put blue, orange, turquoise, yellow, and red. So I had another yellow here, but the reason I didn't put that is because we can't put the same color twice. So this is my code. So for example, the code breaker gets some random pegs, and that person just puts them in the place here. So now we have this code correctly. So now we're gonna check if it's any same to our code. So we don't have black, so we don't put any pegs here. These are the pegs that go here if something's right, but we don't put any pegs if we don't have the color. Do we have yellow? Yes, we do. Now here's the trick. If it's yellow and it's in the correct spot, for me here it's on 4, but here it's on 2. So I don't put the black, I put the white. That means that color is there, but it's not in the correct spot. So do we have pink? No, we don't. So we don't put anything. Do we have white? Nope, we don't. Do we have blue? Yes. Is it in the correct place? No. So for example, the person now knows what color we have. So for example, he just puts turquoise randomly here, and then he puts pink here and a blue here, and then he just puts orange and red to see what will happen. But wait, no, yellow. Yes, you don't put pink because pink is not correct. I just mixed up pink and yellow. So for example, he put turquoise, blue, orange and yellow, and then he puts, I said black's not here, only blue and yellow are here. So blue and yellow both are here. So he just puts a random color, for example red. So now we have to go and check if the code is any same to our code. So now yellow is, we have yellow, but it's not in the correct place still. So I put another white. And do we have red? Yes, we do, but it's not in the correct place. We have orange? Yes, we do, but it's not in the correct place. Do we have blue? Yes, we do, but it's not in the correct place, and so on, so on. So we have turquoise as well. So the person who is code breaking has got all the colors guessed now. So the only color that is the only thing that is missing now is the order. So of course my one is like this, and then this one is like this. So now we're gonna go and do this again. Now it'll be pretty easy because the person guessed all the color. So now turquoise only came once, so we can put turquoise here as a test. I actually don't remember the code I put. So then we can take we don't have pink, we have red. We can take red and put it here, and then we can take blue and we can put it here, and then we can take an orange and put it here. But there's one major thing, okay? Never put a color that's already been placed in the lower place, because it's never going to be correct that way. For example, if I put red here, it's not going to be correct again, because this red is already here, and you know it's not going to be the correct spot even if you put it there. So I put red in a different spot. And then the last color we are missing now is yellow, so we take this yellow and we put it here. Now we have to go check if the code is any same to ours. And now we have, of course we have all the colors, but the main thing now is to see if we have the it's in the correct place. So we have turquoise, it's not in the correct place. Yellow, it's in the correct place, and we have the color, so we have to put black there. And then the blue also we have, but it's still not in the correct place. And the red and orange is also not in the correct place. So next we go back and feel like, oh, it's not correct still. So we go put them back in a new order. But one thing we know now is that yellow is in the correct spot. So we always put yellow in this spot, because yellow is now in the correct spot because I put a black there. So then we have blue. Blue has to go, he can't go here, here or here, because there's already blues here. So the only spot available for blue is here. And of course it can't go here because yellow is already pinned there. So we put blue here. And then turquoise. Turquoise can't go here, here. So there's only two spots left. Imagine we put it here. And then we have orange. We also have orange, but orange can't go here or here. So we can put orange here. And then one last color is red. So we put red here. Now, we still haven't got the correct code cracked yet. So, for example, we put the yellow here. And the blue is now also pinned. And then we have these three colors messed up. So in the next round we'll probably get it, because unless like they don't know how to play the game, or else they might be like confused, they won't put it in a place they already put it. But if they are confused, then it might go on for a long time. But probably they are not confused, because if you're a person who calculates a lot, then you can calculate where and where it is. So next we have to go back. And now we know that blue and yellow are pinned. So we have only red, yellow, orange and turquoise. So turquoise can't go here or here. So there's only one spot turquoise here. Now we know that turquoise can only go here, so it's probably correct. Then we have, or else it could be like a person, the code maker's problem, because sometimes the code maker gets kind of carried away and puts the peg in the wrong place. So red can't go here, and only spot available is here, and orange can go here because there's no other orange here. It might be confusing for some of you because red and orange look kind of same, but I hope you can notice the difference. So now if we look at the code here, and we get a black peg for red, black peg for yellow, black peg for turquoise, black peg for orange, and a black peg for blue. Now this, all of the black ones mean the code is now has been finished. So now we have all the code, and the code has been solved. Now the thing is, you have to count how many times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it took 5 tries to find the code. So example, you are blue, so what you do is you move 5 spots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You don't count the spot you already been in. You don't count 30. You only count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and go on the 5th one. So that's how you play Code Breaker. But this carries on until the first one to get to 1. For example, now imagine blue is playing, and now they are both at really low scores. So I have just cleared out the board from the last round, which is just pretend. I'm just trying to show you an example. So we finished this game and I got 4. So that means blue automatically loses. Even though red is at 2, blue has to play first, so blue goes away first. So he was at 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the blue is the loser, and the red gets to be code breaker next game. And that will be it for this video. Hope you all enjoyed, and share this with a person who likes to play code breaker. Anyways, see you all in the next video. Bye.